Everybody. Welcome to Back to School Night, digital edition for Integrated Math 1. We're just going to go over a little bit about me. We're going to go over the Integrated 1 class and the expectations in there, as well as what your son or daughter sees in Google Classroom and the best way to support them there, okay? So let's go ahead and just start. Just a little bit about me. This is my 11th year in teaching. I actually spent 3 years in San Diego Unified, 1 year in San Marcos Unified, 2 years in Poway Unified where I grew up, and then this is my 5th year in San Diego where I spent all 5 years teaching at Pacific Trails. Middle school's my dream job, so I'm super happy to be here. And this is actually my 2nd year at teaching Integrated 1. My education's actually in psychology, where I went to San Diego State. But then I just always loved teaching. I always loved math, so I actually have my teaching credential in mathematics, and I also have a master's in education with an emphasis in technology. I've been married for 8 years. You can see us here, and I have a 2.5-year-old little girl with a baby boy on the way in January. So one of the reasons why I love middle school so much is because I really relate to middle school kids. I have a lot in common with them. So really like comics, I really like video games, basketball, snowboarding, Comic-Con, traveling, all of that stuff. So I absolutely love doing that, and I love sharing my passions with my students, trying to incorporate that into the classroom. Now, Integrated Math 1's a high school course. It basically is getting them on pace so they can skip pre-calculus and then go straight into calculus. So at this rate, they're going to take Integrated Math 1, and then next year, Integrated Math 2 and possibly 3 as a freshman. And then if they do that track, we'll be taking calculus as a sophomore, calculus AB. So we move at a really fast pace. There are 11 modules compared to Math BH where there were 7, and the modules are a little shorter. So not every module will actually have a quiz. So a module will only be six lessons, and then there'll be a test at the end. Tests are going to be distributed online, so we'll meet together as class. All of the students will be in front of me on the monitor, and we're going to take the test on GoFormative or other online taking tools. So the homework, students will always have 2 things every day. They'll have a homework assignment and the notes that will be uploaded at the end of the day. So I can't see over student shoulders. I can't make sure we're all doing notes. So what we're going to do is basically have the notes be, after the completion of the notes at the end of each period, the students are just going to take a picture and upload it as a PDF to Google Classroom. Homework is going to be due the following block day. So I see all your children on Tuesdays and Fridays. So if I assign something on Tuesday, it's due Friday. If I assign something on Friday, it's due Tuesday. Depending on the lesson, we'll also have assignments that are assigned on Wednesday, on the shorter periods. That will just be due the following block day as well, which will be due on Friday. Now, quizzes and tests. Quizzes and test topics will be listed on my website and told to the students in class. So in this instance, on Google Classroom, I'll post that the block day before a test, meaning if it's on Friday, I'll post it on Tuesday. If the test is on Tuesday, I'll post the topics on Friday. And we will also drop the lowest quiz score. Quizzes are going to be a little different when there are quizzes. If it helps the student's grade to drop it, we can do that. But also a little different is I might offer little mini quizzes throughout the module instead of one, I call it a normal quiz of what I would offer during a traditional year. So at the end of the week, I'll start offering basically on Google Forms or GoFormative assessments, where they'll just be like 3 or 4 questions for them to practice to get them prepared for the test. So because it moves at a faster pace, I always want you guys to know that I'm here to help you guys out in any way possible. So the district provided online instructional lessons that they felt would help support the students. I also have all my classroom notes on Google Classroom. And we also have an answers, which we have opportunity during office hours to go over for any additional support. Students are always welcome to email me down at the email below. It's just dustinjenkins@stuhsd.net. And finally, the easiest way to get extra support is still, even though instructional time ends around 1:35, There's school hours still going on where I am available from 2 to 2:50 every day except Wednesday. Students can come in and get support, whether it's just going over homework questions or asking for example problems. This year, we are going to have a split of homework to assessments, a 40-60 split. Just because the online environment, we're going to put a little bit more value into the homework and classwork just to make sure students are participating and always active there. Assessments, which will be 60 points, and they're going to range between, they're 60% of the grade, and they'll range between 40 to 100 points depending on the assessment. There'll always be, like I said, there might be little mini quizzes. So instead of one traditional quiz that we would take, we might have little mini quizzes that are offered at the end of each week. There'll be at least one group quiz and one group test usually. This year it might be a little different because of distance learning. Well, put your students into little breakout rooms, and we might only have one group assessment. And I'll always drop the lowest quiz. So there's a lot of information, so parents can always go to my website, and all you need to do is Google Pacific Trails Middle School. And when you Google Pacific Trails Middle School, you can click on just the first link, going on over the departments, and go to Math. And if you scroll on down, we see web pages. Now all the information needed is just under Integrated Math 1 right here. So then here you can see the support site. So we have the daily schedule. If you're ever wondering what your son or daughter is doing during class and you can't access Google Classroom, you can click here and see the schedule broken up by modules. Here you can see the activity we're doing, as well as the homework with the homework solutions already written. Students will always know when their test or quiz is on because I will release this as soon as the module starts. So as soon as module 2 starts, you'll have the complete schedule, and you'll always be able to see which quiz or test date we have. Going on back. Next, math modules. Everything from empty student editions to extra blank homework to extra video practice can be found here. So once again, you just click on the math modules and it takes you to the little support website. Students have been provided with module 1, and we're hoping to get module 2 in shortly. But if you need it, you can always find them here and print them out right there. Last thing I just want to show you is what does the class look like for your son or daughter. So when you access Google Classroom, it'll look like this, and everything's under the classwork tab. So when you click here, I take attendance daily by having this little sample, these little questions up here. Students know this is where the question of the day is. So when they click on the questions of the day, you can see this here that 31 students answered the question. And these questions can range maybe from a math question, but they're usually personal questions just to get to know a classmate, such as what's your favorite food, what do you like doing in your free time, any plans this weekend, and it's just a quick little blurb. So if they answer it, I know that they are here. I'll always have the module notes of what we're doing each day. So when we click on this, this will have the lesson, and then at the end of the lesson, you can turn it in right here. And under at the bottom of the module, you always see the schedule, also what I showed you on the website, as well as module 1 material. Now this is really great because it has the blank notes, it has the homework packets, as well as the homework packet solutions. And then finally we have the RSGs. Those just stands for Ready, Set, Go, which is the homework assignment with the corresponding due dates. So tomorrow at 8 a.m. the homework is due. Or you can just click on it, it'll give you the answer key, tell you if we're going to skip any problems, and uploading it right there. And that's it. I hope this video was provided good information. Please feel free to always email me at dustin.jenkins@stuhsd.net. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you. All right.